day one, part of the combat pack being the samurai pack with all those skins as well.
Right. So we're very excited for that. So Jason Voorhees, of course, we show today, and he'll be available.
Do you need to make a quick call? Or?
Oh, no, I hey guys, my phone. I put that down there in case anything happens that goes awry, so I know. So everybody, I'm Tyler Lambs, down the community specialist here at NetherRealm Studios. Now, some good and some bad news. The bad news is Derek Kurtzik is at a wedding this week. So Derek can't be here.
Who?
But in his stead, we have Mr. Sean Hemrick.
I'm Derek, so you can tell the hat.
If you're wearing a dorky hat, you're dressing as Derek.
Yeah.
So, Sean, what do you do around here?
I'm the studio head, so I help everybody keep everything going as much as we can. Been here for quite a while.
It says the story on the bottom.
Selling monks.
That's been a bit.
Yeah.
And you can fire me at any time during this stream.
I guess technically.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I would want to at least ask a couple other people first.
Sure, that's fair. We also have some special guests. I just dropped my Coke here, sorry. My caffeinated beverage. We have two guests today. Mr. Brian Shard over here. Hello.
Cocaine, baby.
Dominic Cianciola. Is that good?
Cianciolo, but it's worked.
Slow, okay, man. I've gone through the gauntlet with last names in these streams. So they actually worked on the Mortal Kombat story, and we're going to talk to them about that in a second. But before we get started, as we always say, this build is not our most current build, so there are some things on this build that could change before release. And release is a little over a month away, so we hope you're excited about that. Also, you look down below, you'll see that you can follow us on Twitch, so please take a moment right now to follow us on Twitch. All right? That's enough time, I think, right?
Yeah.
Good, so we should get started and get right into it. The title today is The Story 25 Years in the Making, which talks about how this story is 25 years after the last one. But before we get to that, Dom, you want to tell everyone who you are and what you do around here?
Sure. Again, my name is Dominic Cianciolo. I'm the cinematic director here at NetherRealm. I co-write and direct the story in the game, along with many, many other people. I've been here since Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe was the first one that I did cinematics for, and then started getting involved with the writing in Mortal Kombat.
That's a classic.
And also with Injustice.
All right.
Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe. Classic.
Studios. I've been here since back in the Midway days. I came in as a writer for sports game commentary.
That was new to me. I didn't know that part.
Yeah. And I help write the story along with our friends John Greenberg and John Vogel, of course. And I'm involved with the casting, the voice direction.
Oh, nice.
And the recording sessions, and work with Dominic to get the timing of the.
I like his shirt.
farewell set for the story.
Excellent.
Vertical
So,
stripes, good idea.
We're going to show you a little bit of the story, which people have been really excited to see. We're going to show you a little bit of Chapter 1, because as you know, Johnny Cage is now confirmed for Mortal Kombat X.
Yeah, I see him on your character
He's on the character selection down there. So we're going to show you a little bit of the story here in a little bit, but first we kind of want to go through how it gets made.
Sure.
So first question.
Volume up. Sorry.
How do you start structuring a story like this? Like what structure are we looking at for Mortal Kombat X?
Well, the structure for the Mortal Kombat X story was inspired a lot by the second of the two Godfather films, in that we have sort of the main story, which is telling our primary adventure of dealing with Outworld and the civil war with Melina and Kotal Khan, and also the threat that then everyone faces. But at the same time, then taking spots within the story itself to do flashbacks to wrap up how the last story ended, what transpired based on the cliffhanger we left there, and then also allow us to get into the history of the new characters we've added, and also find out how some of the older characters that are returning, what happened to them before we get the main body of the story.
And what I like
These guys all look pretty old. I mean, it's not like I look very young myself. I'm just saying, in comparison
those who may not
to the previous Kombat casts.
The Mortal Kombat universe to kind of come in with a group of characters that are kind of all their own. Like Cassie in 20 years I remember when she started. So I think that's really cool. And then it's also helpful that it goes back and kind of tells them how we got to where we are.
Yeah.
After the storyline of Mortal Kombat 9, which you are more than welcome to go play again.
Oh yeah.
You probably watch it on YouTube.
Thanks.
Probably could do that. I think there's a couple of sites like that as well. So someone can sit down with this without really knowing the lore and really get a good starting point here.
I would think so. We took great pains to try to make everything as clear as possible with the new characters, and also what happened to the characters that were there before,
Gotcha.
So that somebody can jump in fresh and not have to worry about getting lost.
That's cool.
Now, what excited you
Right?
about having all these offspring characters? Some of them we haven't talked about yet, but then somebody like Cassie Cage. What's the exciting part about being able to write something like that?
Well, I mean, it was something we started in Mortal Kombat 2011 and then accelerated in this game was really contextualizing and providing
It's only been 4
well-rounded
years.
presentations of all the
That's
characters.
crazy.
So bringing the Offspring in allowed us to see all these characters in a brand new way. I mean, Johnny as a parent, Sonya as a parent, even some of the other announced characters as parents. And then it
Everyone's
just
parents.
helped to flesh it out and bring more emotion and more drama into the story.
Right. It's interesting you had mentioned too about what it's like giving Johnny a daughter.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
looking
certainly
like.
it's a very
Would you
different
guys shut
situation
up
with
for
him
a
as a
sec?
son. You wouldn't necessarily see the same.
It's looking like they might not show a new character. What do you guys think?
Recognizing past. Now that he has a daughter to deal with, how does that change him as a person and perhaps mellow him out?
Right. And you, Brian, you have a lot, and we get a lot of great responses. You have a lot to do with the writing and putting together of all of the things they say to each other on walkout during the beginning of the match.
Yes.
What were some of the fun things about that? Like,
Well, it's I enjoy writing for Johnny and for Cassie because they're both smart Alex, and,
Right.
and it's fun to see what comes out of their mouth. But you look at certain relationships and you go, what could these two possibly have to say to each other? But during the process, I've discovered, and everybody that helped write, there were a lot of us, we discovered that actually there are really cool, fun exchanges that you can have with two characters who might, on the surface, have nothing in common. So.
so
it
you
was
were
a lot
able
of fun.
you were able to do lore-based ones, some that aren't based on lore, just
Yeah.
some fun stuff.
Yeah, there's some that's complete jokes. There are some that are canon. There are some that aren't canon. There's some that might turn out to be canon.
Ooh, he gave us the
Yeah,
baby
some,
eyes.
Some mentions of characters who are otherwise not in the game. All kinds of fun stuff. So.
Whoa,
That too,
that's
there-
got to be a
there will
hint.
be a lot of characters throughout the entire expanse of all of the world of Mortal Kombat.
Yes.
Will maybe show up at times you don't expect them to. So,
Like
yeah.
Rain, maybe?
One of the funny stories you guys told me about was when you guys have,
Sindel.
like, you have a writing team, and sometimes maybe not everyone's on board with the same idea.
It's hard to believe, but yeah. that
Right,
happens.
right.
Yeah. So we have a process by which we, the four of us,
I agree.
John,
If they're gonna have
and
Cassie
myself,
Cage, they
come up
should have
with
cut
the
out
story
Sonya
up to the
and
part where
Johnny.
We're actually writing the script, and then
Even though I love
Reno
Johnny.
goes off to solve
great
technical
character.
problems because he's that kind of genius. So the three of us, John and we, write the script, and so whenever it's 2-1, and it happens a lot, the loser who gets outvoted is said to be Detroit Rock City, based on the popular Kiss song. So not only do we have to say to you, the loser, you are outvoted, but we then have to go, dead, 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 and that.
You have to give them the riff as well.
Yeah, the riff. It
Really
doesn't
rub it
sing
rub it in
along.
with the riff. Okay, yeah. Excellent.
I was just playing the other day and noted, I was like, oh, how is Cassie and that character that's not announced yet going to interact? And I was like, and then it happened. I'm like, oh, that's great.
We
I wonder
all
if
know
they're
the
gonna
entire
have a
roster. I
relationship.
feel like
There are
that's
times I'll
not
go through
true.
it and just open my desk.
I hope there's more
after
to the
work,
roster
I'll pick
that
characters
I don't know
I don't know
about.
what they say. What do they say? And I'll start mixing and matching. And then a lot of them have more than, like, there's more than one for a lot of them. So
Oh yeah, there's.
Yeah, I had to reload that match like 5 times testing something, and I heard a whole bunch of different things in there. I remember seeing the email go out of like, "Hey, studio, anyone having ideas for these more connections?" And I'm sure I know
sure.
a lot of people have.
This is like watching four old dudes talk. They're not even showing the game.
Surprisingly, it was pretty balanced.
Really?
Yeah. People came up for conversations with people whom you wouldn't think they would jump right on.
Right.
So yeah.
Well, excellent. Is there any other sort of like you think about writing or anecdotes you guys would like to add about sort of the process of creating what we've done here?
Well, I mean, the writing process itself is fueled by very dark chocolate.
Yes.
Constantly.
Mhm.
That's what keeps us going through these hour-long meetings. We
Dark
spend a lot of time in
chocolate.
the room together. And
Yeah.
It definitely helps.
Is it, and
Is that
I think
code?
One of the hardest parts by being, as I've learned, doing community here, and Sean, yourself as well on Twitter, you guys have to be very careful with the lore.
Yes.
Yeah, and there are lore requirements. There are gameplay requirements because
Yeah.
ultimately the story serves the gameplay. So there needs to be a balance among the opponents, number of times you fight them,
Right.
the backgrounds. Make sure you fight in every background, things like that. So
Hmm.
yeah, so it's a miracle it even gets written.
We can go real quick, Jen.
Give
to
us a raise.
Their social. These guys both.
I
have
like the
Twitter.
two guys on the right. They seem to have good
sure
attitudes.
You're a new twit.
Yes.
The guy on the
You're
left
up on
looks
screen
kind
to
of
follow.
pissed,
And also
like he
got
doesn't
Sean
want to
there
be
too,
there.
Lover of tacos because he loves.
And his eyebrows aren't
Okay.
really
And-
dark enough.
There's no point in following me. I don't say anything.
What? See?
So you can follow these guys
Negativity.
and
You gotta get
new
hyped
Twitter
up,
over
man.
here, so excellent.
Tell me your
So
Twitter.
right now
I
we're
wanna
gonna show
follow
them
this guy.
A little portion of the story, starting.
Sure.
It's not directly at the beginning, but it is part of chapter 1. So I will say that if you
That guy
don't
needs to
wanna
get
be
some
spoiled, Now would be
You
a
know,
time
he needs
walk
to get
away for
amped
about
up.
6 minutes.
We're talking about Mortal
Chapter
Kombat
one.
10, motherfucker.
Yeah,
Let's
there's a lot
go.
of people on Twitter who did not want to be spoiled, though.
Oh, well,
I'm giving them the option.
You've been properly warned.
You've been warned.
Set your watch, 6 minutes.
About 6 minutes. All right, guys? We're going to play that now.
Eyebrow
Thank you
game,
guys
not
so much for helping
fleek.
out.
What's that
It's
mean?
great hearing about the story. I love hearing every part about how this is made. So this is great. Thanks, guys.
Oh, Goro's gone. What the hell?
Destination, dead ahead.
Set her down nice and easy for me.
Don't I always?
If by always you mean not once. Major?
All right, you have the rendezvous coordinates, far into the forest. From there, we access the portal to Raiden's Sky Temple.
Where there's an angry former elder god and his devils waiting for us.
Gods, portals, flying demons.
These are all playable
Blind guys
characters.
with magic swords.
The world has changed. For the worse, if we do not expel Shinnok from Raiden's temple. He means to poison Earthrealm's life force, the Jinsei.
And we're not gonna let that happen.
Kenshi and I appreciate the Major allowing us to join you. We're happy to help kick Shinnok's bony ass back to the Netherrealm.
Kenshi, huh?
You can land this thing.
That was tight. Was that Scorpion's, Oh, yeah, it was! Fucking cut his head off! Oh, he's got two swords! And a fireball. Whoa, push it! Where's the pad? Damn. Oh! Ooh. Y. Push Y. Whoa! What the fuck is that? Ah! I'm gonna cry. Is that smoke? Who is that? Is that smoke? I'm gonna cry if that's smoke. That's Sub-Zero. Boo! I'm gonna cry. Is that Sub-Zero? That's Sub-Zero. Everyone in the chat thought it was smoke too. Boo! 4 thumbs down. I thought that was smoke. Punch his nuts. 3 Stooges, these clowns. Whoa, teleport! That was sick. Oh. That was not smoke. I thought it was smoke. That sucks. Sub-Zero's kid.
The end is near. Getting a little ahead of yourself, aren't you?
Oh shit. He doesn't. Wow! You could charge the nut punch? Damn! Upward fireball. He still has that. EX version nut grab. Grabbed him out of it. The EX version nut punch is a launcher. Green kick. Wow, Johnny Cage looks dope.
Hope someone got a shot of that.
Oh, missed it. He has that punch thing charge up where you can dash cancel it. Johnny Cage looks cool. Damn, did you see that? Ambiguous. Wow, he's jumping around a lot. Where's the anti-air scorpion? That's a cool throw. Interactable.
Gotta get back
I thought
to
that
the
was
chopper.
smoke, dude. I was about to start crying. Damn it!
Sonya, get out of there!
Damn it! It looks like smoke, except for no hair.
Whew. That was unpleasantly cold.
Sub-Zero, let's see what he does. EX, that's gonna be a wake-up attack? That's fucked up. Wake-up attack, nut punch, launcher. Oh, he's got the same fucked up corner combos, and he hit him with the muffler. Boom, Flowmaster, bitch. That was sick. Uh-oh, bad trade. That looked like a freeze counter thing that Sub-Zero did as well. Notice how his mask is frozen? This is probably a variation, right? This game's gonna be so much fun. Why does he keep throwing the upwards fireballs? Keep doing the throw over and over again too. Johnny Cage is gonna be hella rushed down. Excuse me. Weird. This is pretty interesting. I don't know about you guys.
I liked it better when we fought on the same side.
They did?
You okay?
We fared better than the men.
Add him to the list of things Shinnok will answer for.
Man, I thought that was smoke. I feel heartbroken.
And welcome back.
Whoa!
So there it is. That is
Those guys look a lot younger.
6-minute snippet of Chapter 1. Not directly at the beginning. Not
Look at this
directly
guy's
in the beginning,
hair. I like this
somewhere in
guy's
the middle.
hair and his
So if you
sideburns.
didn't want to be spoiled. It's time to come back, which you won't be able to see this, but come back now.
Nice
We have
sideburns,
two new
dude.
guests, real quick. We have Dan and Andy.
Hello.
First of all, Dan, say hello to everyone.
Hi. I'm Dan Weiland. I'm the lead cinematic body animator here
Cool.
in NetherRealm. And I've been here for like 2.5 years. I came on in the last chunk of Injustice.
Awesome. Moving on.
I am Andy Sunasak, a senior technical artist on the cinematics team. I've been here for a little bit over 8 years. Mainly specialize in our facial systems and pipeline and the fun stuff.
Cool.
I buy sweet corn from Andy.
Yes, it's very good sweet corn. Only once a year though.
Once a year,
Yeah.
but I get it.
Yeah.
So they're here to talk. We got the body and we got the head. So everything is together
Yes.
now. We have
The Voltron of animation.
Right. So you guys are in charge. Well, not in charge, but you guys work together and make the
Story
mode
mode.
happen.
Yep.
Story mode.
Exactly.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So just kind of explain. Let's just start from the beginning. Like how does it all work? What do you start with?
Sure. So once the script has been written by Dom and Brian and those guys,
I thought that was fucking smoke.
Basically, we start planning out how we're going to film everything. So we do 2D storyboards, kind of
I'm
like
pretty
comic books,
grumpy.
and 3D animatics to figure out where the characters are going to be, where the cameras are going to be, in the different sets. Once we have that chunk, meanwhile, voice acting is going on. So all the voice actors out in California are recording the dialogue.
Shout out
for
to the voice
storyboard.
actors.
Yep.
Fuck.
And once we have those two chunks, then we bring in talented actresses and actors and martial artists from around Chicago into the motion capture studio.
Shout out to the mocap actors.
Lots of shout outs.
Lots of shout outs.
Shout out to Andy.
Yep. And then, we put them in the kind of, you've probably seen it before, mocap suits, kind of like skin tight suits with what look like ping pong balls on them. And they act out the scene to the pre-recorded dialogue, and we take that motion, put it on the 3D characters, and animate on top of that.
You just push your button. There it is.
Magic.
Done. Super easy.
Yes.
Yep.
Now I do want to talk to you because you and I went on a trip once here.
We did.
Down to a hardware store.
Yep.
Because you had to purchase some things to help with mocap. So kind of explain that, how the actors work with that.
Yeah, so when the actors are in the motion capture studio, it's just an empty room basically. So to kind of help them get in the groove and kind of inhabit the characters that they're playing, we try to provide as much of like the set and props as possible. So we have a bunch of weapons that they can use for the fighting stuff. We have weighted.
That's a
kind of
shitty
rubber
roster,
guns that they
Nugaba. I
can,
don't believe it.
Use when they're shooting stuff at people or whatever. What we went to the hardware store for was to get a bunch of PVC piping and like a big plank, basically, because we were building a jail cell for when Cassie and those guys are in the jail. We saw some of that in the first story mode trailer, and then we also built a carriage kind of platform for the scene, also in the story mode trailer, where Kotal was talking to Kano. Yep. And so we put him on this plank and kind of gently shook it back and forth to simulate the motion of a carriage.
Hey, we got a really good picture. You should show that.
We do have a good picture of that. We can't show it right now, but maybe we can throw that up on Tumblr at some point.
Ooh, Tumblr.
Because we do have a Tumblr account.
Tumblr?
What's Tumblr? Yeah, Tumblr. So we'll try to get that picture out to you guys. It's very cool. Let's talk about...
he changed his hat.
So I know
Did you notice that? The guy on the left changed his hat.
I don't know anything about
Trying to pull a fast one?
kind of upgraded sort of how you do things now.
Yes, upgrade. It's all brand new and fun. We've revamped and upgraded our facial systems for MK10. Pretty much, it just allows for more controllability. We're essentially mimicking the muscles that move in the face with our control rig system. There's that, and we have kind of like a cool new eye tech going on for more realistic, natural-looking eyes. Just kind of push that next-gen bar a little bit.
Now my question, because I know I've seen, we work very close to each other. You're like right across the way from me. We talk a lot of football.
Yes.
And I've noticed you have a mirror right beside your desk.
Yes, it's not just to look at my pretty face. It's also to work. I use myself as reference quite a bit, just looking at myself to generate different expressions and stuff like that. So I talk to myself a lot, so all these guys surrounding me sometimes can get a little bit annoyed, but they just got to deal with it.
So do you have a way, like also like if an actor is doing something, do you have close-ups of them too doing the same thing?
Yes. So as Dan mentioned, when the actors are doing all of their thing in motion capture, we actually are filming the actors for video reference to utilize when animating the facial.
That's awesome. Yeah, great.
Animate the facial.
I think. Oh, this is a good question. We kind of talked about to Dom and Brian about this as well. Having the children of popular characters are now in the game. As animators, is there a way that you are able to kind of characterize them or give them sort of kind of go through that a little bit?
Yeah. So like as we're animating, we're taking the performances that the actors and actresses gave us in the motion capture studio and kind of polishing and enhancing those performances. When we can, we look for opportunities to add in little tidbits that kind of reflect the characters themselves. So like there's been opportunities where we put in gestures or poses that Cassie does that are a reflection of something that Johnny does somewhere else in the story.
It's like living with someone or being with someone for so long.
Yeah, kind of pick up their mannerisms and habits and stuff like that. And we try to get a little bit of that into the characters to better connect the families.
That's awesome. Right. Yep. So what we're going to do now, Rigo, our community manager, put together an awesome video that shows kind of a little bit of that helicopter ride that you saw.
Shout out to Rigo.
Shout out to Rigo. And they also, but he's added on top some facial stuff and some of the actual mocap at real time, so you can see how it looked when you did it and how it looks on screen.
Yeah, you'll be able to see our facial control rig kind of at work as well. So some pretty cool stuff.
Awesome. So I want to thank you guys so much for sitting down with me.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Here.
Shout out.
Thank you, Sean.
Shout out to Sean. Shout out to everybody.
Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Jen.
Oh, I forgot to introduce Jen earlier. Jen, say hi.
Hello, everyone.
She's not happy that I forgot to introduce her. So we're going to show that video now. Thank you guys for helping out today.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Mocap is a character? Confirmed. Oh. Wait a minute.
Destination, dead ahead.
Set her down nice and easy for me.
Don't I always?
If by always you mean not once. Major?
All right, you have the rendezvous coordinates, far edge of the forest. From there, we access the portal to Raiden's Sky Temple,
where there's an angry former elder god and his devils waiting for us.
Gods, portals, flying demons.
Blind guys with magic swords.
The world has changed. For the worse, if we do not expel Chinook from Raiden's temple. He means to poison Earthrealm's life force, the Jinsei.
and we're not gonna let that happen.
Kenshi and I appreciate the Major allowing us to join you. We're happy to help kick Shinnok's bony ass back to the Netherrealm.
Who gives a shit? Oh, is that Scorpions? Whatever it's called. Boo. Boo. I thought that was smoke. I really thought that was smoke. Whoa, hey!
That was a really great
it's
video to
Zug.
show how it goes from mocap.
Woo! Hey, everybody in the chat room, give Zug a Harada face. I know that guy. I've known that guy for like fucking 20 years. He used to go to Southern Hills Golf Land.
What that will do is you can fail them, but it will never send you back. It'll
That's
change
my boy
the way the
Zug.
fight works out. So maybe Johnny will get his ass kicked the whole time if you fail them all, or you can go back and forth.
Look at him. He's
A lot of
like,
things kind of
hurry it up, will ya?
during the fight. But now, this is exciting. We got Mr. Mike Portillo here.
Everybody, how you doing?
Shout out to Mike Portillo. He's here to kind of walk us through
I like that guy.
our newly announced character, Mr. Johnny Cage.
Yep.
So we're going to go through a bit of Johnny Cage's variations and kind of show you how he plays.
Can we select all costumes?
We can't today. Sorry.
There's some good ones.
There are some good ones. He has one in particular that's pretty damn good. So I'm going to, I'll pick Kano because I think there's some...
Yeah, I'm a little partial to him. We'll select the fisticuffs variation.
Fisticuffs,
Let's
huh?
go to the market.
Why are those others grayed out?
Because we haven't shown them yet. Although you may have seen touches of them in some of our trailers.
Some of the trailers, yeah.
So we're going to do the intro and we'll
Okay, here we go. Zug is a gameplay design. He's on the gameplay department, so he designs the combat system, so he's gonna know what he's doing. You're gonna get some legitimate shit here.
That's your last go at me.
Round one.
It's probably an issue because you don't hear it in here.
There we go.
So you don't know that you're talking.
They don't realize that I can't hear anything.
So you're not stupid. It's just not here.
Well,
shh.
Let
him talk.
You will first of all notice, like every variation, fisticuffs, there is a visual indicator to tell you which one you're using. Besides, up in the corner, he's wearing those.
Yep, he's got the brass knuckle bling on there.
Knuckles.
Rings.
Both of his hands there.
So let's kind of get started and talk about what kind of moves are always with Johnny Cage.
Okay, so everyone should be familiar with his pretty traditional moves. He's got the fireball, high-end version. He's got the tried and true shadow kick there. He's got the classic punch there. EX version punch by
Launcher.
Results in a pop-up.
Yep, we get a pop-up off the EX.
That's with every variation.
And then he's got, currently in this trade, he has this flip kick, which, or a variation I should say, he has another one more with it as well. He also has, you want to do the red?
Yeah.
One of the pretty unique things and very damaging things in this variation is that when Johnny Cage turns to danger mode, low health, he gets all of his red stuff. It's kind of the old glitch.
What did he say?
Red shadow kick, games where it's almost kind of like a Easter egg. Yes, an Easter egg. An Easter egg that, yes, that's true. So yeah, so as he has this, he will get a new throw. Punch me one more time.
Yeah.
Oh. So he has a new throw here. So we'll go ahead and give me down again. So as he's red, he gets more health, more damage on all of his moves. Go ahead.
I can't hear him.
Well, show real quick the stuff he kind of gets with fisticuffs.
Okay, so in his this variation, he has this buff. Cracks his knuckles together there, and you can see he's got the bling coming off his knuckles. While he has this, he does a chip damage increase. So if you want to block there, you'll see here's the before. So it's the average. Block that one. So you can see it's very minor.
Right.
And now when you activate this, it's pretty considerable there. So
yeah. So this Johnny Cage is a really good Johnny Cage to.
This will favor the rush down, the aggressor.
Pressure.
So
because we know that from the old, Johnny Cage.
So this is the rush down version.
Getting in there in the corner doing some chip damage is really like where he shines.
Especially with the run mechanic, it's going to allow a lot more combos, especially if you able to run and get on the guy. Just an example like this, see if you can charge that up. I can, after you knock down the guy, you can go right into the power up. You want to get me down?
Speak up a little bit for the guys there.
Yeah, speak up.
No problem.
Do a couple more. Okay. So right here, he should. There we go. All of these. You notice the damage there? Pretty chunky.
Yeah.
Right.
But there.
Red kick.
R2. Right.
The EX shadow kick here. Full screen. It's hard to see that there, but it's full screen.
Nice.
And he also has a new string as well.
Yes.
which is really
this is the
that'll kill me.
coup de
So
grace. This will kill you, but we'll show you. Right, we'll kill you with it. So I'll do it with it here. If you hold away and you do this, he kind of does a little flurry punch. Normally, you know, it's pretty devastating, but when you have this buff, it goes into super chip mode, and then you can see.
Oh, it just takes a ton of chip.
In the corner, that is just.
Yeah, you can do a lot of crazy, you know, classic MK juggle combos in the corner with that stuff when you have the full buff on.
Wow, what an
So
end
that's really good.
pose.
Yeah, throwing the autograph down as usual.
That was
That's a
tight.
really good thing for guys who really like getting in there, rushing in, doing their damage, turning on chip.
That's cool.
And ending a match real quick.
Yep, just stay right on the guy.
Yeah, 2 more variations to show you real quick. I've played with a lot of these variations, and they all are so good in different ways.
They took out Goro.
Do a good job of catering to people's different styles. So we'll go with stunt double variation here. This is one of my favorites.
Lord Raiden.
Throws out the old call me here in a second. I
Call
don't know
me.
if he has a phone.
He doesn't need a phone.
Tight.
He just teleports.
He teleports.
Yeah.
Yeah, that variation looks pretty good. Chip damage, offense. The nut punch, I'm sure, is going to be a wake-up attack that's invincible. EX version is going to be a launcher. That's cheap.
Yep. Wearing the shades. This is called stunt double, and there's one major reason it's called that.
Yeah, and this one he does lose the flip kick, but he does gain this. He's got his little trusty stunt double there, which gives him 2 charges of his special moves, physical special moves. So he's got 1 shadow kick that he can shoot, or I can shoot my other one. I'm also able to follow them up. So say I were to shoot this out here, I can kind of chase after it. You know. Let me get some. Let me get rid of this. So I get 2 charges. So like an example, pretty much after any kind of string, you might want to, you know, power yourself up right there, and you can do some pretty cool stuff.
Oh, that was sick!
Keep yourself safe.
I can't believe you hit that first try.
Me too. I
That's
practiced
really
that for
good.
like an hour. I was like, oh, when the autopilot.
That was
there.
sick.
Good times. Let's see. So he's got also his
That
fireball.
was sick.
In this version,
Everyone agrees.
It stays straight. You don't want to get the bars, but you still can do.
Oh, he could throw it straight.
So in this one, you still get the double.
Huh.
So the mimic does allow for a lot of
That was
Yeah,
tight.
This one's great
A lot
too,
of
'cause
juggle stuff.
I know, like when I play Cage, I always try to do wake up.
Rip noob?
Shadow kick all the time. And
Damn, they
you
made
can punish
noob
that way.
Cybot?
But here, your shadow
Wow, that's a
kick
good
will-
point.
You can do it from mid-screen.
Yeah.
That is kind of like
That's
Noob
one of the things
Cybot,
too,
isn't
like,
it?
It's kind of
Boo!
You see a lot of projectile, and you character with a single projectile or a single hitting move, and they throw it out.
I don't mind being you at all.
What are they
Playing
doing?
some matches with you guys the other day. I haven't really put too much serious time in Cage Stars learning all of the intricacies. But after these past few days, I realized he's got a lot of cool mechanics.
Right.
Take advantage of it, playing each other. But like, so you want to see like a fireball or something? Let's see. Well, I wasted, but basically, like if you were to zone someone out, he has a pretty much an instant, like, you know, get right next to me kind of move. You know, full EX speed. But yeah,
That is a lot like Noob, if you think about it. Sending clones.
I'd frame that.
So this Johnny has a very good way of he can stay mid-screen, but he also has some stuff to get in quickly using the mimic, all the mimics.
You get a lot of good juggles with the uppercut move. That's one thing I don't know if you want to show, but he does have that just uppercut regular, the mimic version. You also get, but that's one move that is added in that variation.
Good.
Hmm.
Fighter here. We got one more variation, which I think is pretty awesome, and I think we're going to see a lot of stuff, maybe even out of the higher level community, using this one quite a bit too. I think I find these all very viable.
A-list.
Yeah, they all.
So he's got fisticuffs, stunt double, and A-list.
Character slim slot. Is Johnny in the spot where Mocap's supposed to be?
Oh, mocap. We're going to get to that.
I think they took that out for this
We're
particular
going to
build.
we're going to get to mocap here in a second. Did I know?
Nice to see ya.
Must everything be a joke?
Yeah, it does.
Round 1. Fight.
We also have no idea what they just said.
I don't know what they said. I'll have to look at it later when we watch the stream. This is A-list Johnny Cage. Now, what can A-list do?
This is kind of a technical little trickster, kind of fake out maneuver variation. He still has the flip kick here, but most of the specials he can now charge and kind of dash cancel in and out of. So if I just do the regular flip kick, but if I do the regular flip kick, you can't really juggle it. But if I get any kind of held version of it, it's easier to give me any kind of juggle. If I hold the full version, you get a pretty big combo. You can do any kind of stuff after that.
Right.
Same thing. His away 2 and his other traits or other variations. It just knocks the guy straight away. But in this one, you're also able to charge.
Charging his back punch too.
Yeah. And
So he gets charge options, and he could dash cancel them.
And also, like even his shadow kick in blue also is able to.
Well, shadow kick is one. I can hold that down.
So there's a lot of just tricky variations with this to keep going in, going for a throw, or actually throw the move out there.
For sure. The one big thing in this one that's going to create a lot of unsafe situations, make him safe if you got meter, is in this one his nut punch, it can be meter burn on reaction, hit confirm. So normally in the other versions, if you EX the nut punch, you're pretty much committed to it, and if they block, you have to eat the big combo. But in this one, I see a hit, I can meter burn at any time.
Wow.
You can go right into big damage. So you can kind of throw it out willy-nilly as long as you have a meter, your opponent has pretty much respect. They can't mess around with it.
Well, that was like a 6 nut punch, dude. Nice job on that.
Excuse me.
Thank you.
Is that a thing?
Hitting
Six nuts.
You might get rewarded for doing
Who
a lot of
knows?
nut punches.
You might.
You might do something for that.
This doesn't look like that strong of a
right there in a nutshell.
variation
the
to
sad
me.
news is this: since Derek is out, I asked him if Sean could take the belt in interim to fight me and get the belt, and Derek said, "No way in hell could you have the belt."
He has that kind of power.
Well, he has the belt.
If you have the belt, you have the power.
He took it.
If you have the belt, you have the power. So there
Unless I'm going to Dean Ambrose him, I
steal it and
go. Yeah. But
so sadly, we cannot have the
do
fight.
we have like any intercontinental belt or
a U.S. champion?
A ladder match when he gets out.
So Derek, when he does come back, we will see me getting my ass whipped by Derek again, which is always fun for everybody. So real quick, we're gonna answer some questions, I guess.
Yes. Finally
gonna answer some questions, and Sean's here for that. And Mike, you can sit around here too and hang out. Real quick, Mike has a Twitter as well as @ZugZug.
Yeah, Zug Zug. Woo! That guy's dope.
2 Gs? Yeah. My bad.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Zug with 1 G is a woman in
you don't want that one.
Maryland. She's a soccer mom, but
you don't want that one.
I kid one today.
You don't want that one.
Also, last time we had, sorry, Andy, did we show theirs? Did I forget to show theirs as well? We did show theirs? Good. So you can follow all of them on Twitter and definitely follow @NetherRealm. That's important because that's where we give all the information out. So a couple questions. Phil995, we've had a question from him before,
Good old
actually.
Phil.
Good old Phil. Will story mode scenes be available for later viewing?
Yes.
They absolutely will. We're not going to say where, but they can be viewed later. So you can always go back and watch the story mode little sections you enjoyed.
Completed.
Yeah. Will you be able to choose variations in your story mode? You will not be able to. We're kind of to go with the story. We're picking variations that are going to make sense.
It's part of the story.
For the story. So you'll learn those that way.
Just like we don't let you pick characters, it tells the story.
Right.
Start with the variation.
The variations are just as much as important. So, battle scars. People are wondering. It's Ermac 121, a man after my own heart. Ermac. Do we have battle damage? Yes, there's a ton of battle damage.
A lot.
Yeah, I think better than battle damage, not better than, but the thing that makes it better is, that's the one we're currently in, it's a bad example, but a lot of the backgrounds you can see, like in the dusty ones, you'll start to see the dust collect, or in the jungle, you'll start to see the water.
Some mud and water,
Specific types.
There's definitely, like if there's people who cut, there's little gashes.
Yeah, it's actually pretty, I wouldn't say exactly accurate, but close to accurate to where the damage is actually being
Yeah, you
taken.
can select a lot of different types of cuts and based on the weapons they're using and the types of
It's a lot of work some people had to do to every move. That move damages here.
Right. But
Shout out to Evan for doing that.
Evan, shout out.
So it's funny because sometimes I'll play by myself and I'll be practicing. I'll practice for a long time, and I haven't reset. And the character's just like covered. It's awesome though looking. Another thing, this is big. This is something big we're going to do right now. People have been asking for some more deconfirmations of characters.
Oh.
And I spoke with Ed today, and we would like to deconfirm a character. I know last time we did Jade. Mocap.
So I thought you were just doing an email bit. I didn't know that was going to be on the stream. I feel bad doing that joke earlier.
No, it's fine.
Oh, okay.
It still works. So Mocap, RIP 2015.
Man, are you
Mocap
serious?
in the game.
Is
Of
this
course
a
we
joke?
tried to have him in the game. His variations were much too strong. he would have been a tournament favorite for years to come, throwing the mocap balls.
I like that you imply that we built that entire character. That
He
determined
got
he was
he
overpowered.
We must remove mocap from
Never
the game.
mind.
So
9 months worth of effort.
That's what you guys get for making that joke. It's your fucking fault. You guys are making the joke like crazy.
Yeah, he's a tough-
This is what
real
you get.
tough go
They waste
story.
combat
So,
cast
mocap
time
will not
deconfirming
appear in
fucking
combat.
mocap. Good shit. Good shit. This is your fault. This is your fault, chat room.
So this time it's mocap.
It's your fault.
Will we allow
Blame
you to
yourselves.
take the story mode?
Should have
Yes.
never made that shitty joke in the
Can I
first
say
place.
who?
No, you can't.
Can I say who?
Same as Sean, you can't. No.
All right.
Jen, you can't either. Sorry.
Oh, she did, but you couldn't.
She's
hear her.
mouthing
Yeah,
it.
she's telling
She's
us
saying
right
it.
now.
She's mouthing it.
Another question is like people want to know how long of a story mode do we have, and it's very substantial. I'm not going to say how many chapters there are, but if you remember,
spoilers.
No spoilers. Mortal Kombat 2011 was quite a beefy story. You
Beefy?
can expect something very similar to that. It's a good, well-portioned, long story.
Yeah, when you watch the whole thing, like it's such a movie now. The guys, everybody, I mean, even the tech guys who helped with the tools to make it look so.
The butts
great,
are hurt.
on top
You
of
know
all
it.
the cinema team and the script guys, like it just looks like you're watching a movie. I forget a lot of the interactive story elements because I'm like just watching like a movie. I'm like, oh.
Right. And I've actually played the helicopter scene a couple times. So, like, talking
That
about interactive
sucks.
stories, where I can see how, like, you can make it so you miss them all. So Johnny Cage is just getting his ass kicked, and then you win the last one. And
Right, it's a different story if you.
It's
do
a
it
different
that way.
arc to the fight if you keep missing different ones, and they're all totally different animations, and it's really cool to see. And there's quite a few of those in the game.
Like
I
the
can't
unicorn
believe
board.
it.
Oh, right. Unicorn, confirmed. Also, Matt Jones, a big fan of Mortal Kombat, a big fan of the studio. It was his birthday the other day, so we've been giving out some birthday shout-outs.
Happy birthday, Matt.
shout-outs to
Shout out.
This is an
Shout
excellent
out.
time to say happy birthday.
You know what?
During
That's
a
the
combat
questions
cast.
we have today.
That was a question.
So I think we're done with questions.
Terrific.
That was a good
I
answer
wanna
to a
thank you,
question.
Mike,
Happy
first of all,
birthday,
for
Matt.
coming out to
Thank
show
you.
us some JC. I know that you don't play a lot of them. You do now, obviously, because you're a Scorpion guy.
Yeah.
I
Well, when we played our matches, we had to pick someone who's like, I need to win, and I go with Scorpion.
Right.
But I have a personal favorite.
Well, I'll tell you what. Once the game launches, we'll do some play with the community, and we'll get you in here to play some Scorpion against them. Sound good?
Woo, Zug
And Sean, you
Zug.
can come in
Did you guys notice he did the hard combo?
Not yet announced.
Good
so
shit.
we're gonna
And that's
do
the
all-
one thing that everyone
so
said
much
was
coming
awesome.
out. We'll have a stream very, very soon. I know that the second this stream ends, you're going to tweet us all about when is the next stream. Just give me a day. Just one day. Just give me some pause. Maybe.
Oh, I thought you were saying it's them. Just give us the day. It'd be easier. Wouldn't it be easier if you just gave them a day?
It sure would, but we don't have that for you quite yet. But next time we have some really cool stuff to show you, and I know we have shown quite a few new characters from our story stream that you want to see them played. We're going to give you that really soon. Today we wanted to really focus on Johnny, and we did. And don't forget, Jason's coming out. Game's out in like a month.
So they announced Jason, right?
That's really good. So thank you all for joining
Look
us.
at
on
Zug
this
Zug. He's gonna barf.
story of all of our guests. And next time we have some pretty cool stuff to show you. We'll let you know really soon.
What? Just like that? Wow. Well, what can we take away from this? They showed Johnny Cage after they showed Jackie Briggs and all that other shit, but they only showed Johnny Cage here, even though he was more recently revealed than the other characters. They showed the 3 variations, which was Fisticuffs, Stunt Double, and A-List. Fisticuffs focused on rushdown, and guard damage. Stunt Double gave you shadows. You could send an upward shadow or a straight shadow. Malice in the chat mentioned that could replace Noob Saibot. I really hope that it doesn't, but that does make sense, right? Especially if they're replacing Jade with a variation of katanas. So that's not good. But it looks like he's going to have the clones, and it's going to let you do combos and shit. And then you have the 3rd variation called A-List. And that gave you the opportunity to charge things and then cancel them. But more importantly, I guess you can hit confirm the nut punch, which seems cool. You can charge the nut punch as well. I'm disappointed because they only showed Johnny and they made Sub-Zero in the footage look like smoke. For a second I was gonna cry because I noticed that, or at least I thought it was smoke. Turned out to be a Sub-Zero version that does not have any blue on him, or at least I didn't see any blue, which is really what threw me off. Weird roster, right? I don't know. We'll see. It's still early. I feel like they probably will have more than we think. Fuck. I thought that was gonna be smoke. Bummer. Well, that was less than an hour as well, wasn't it? I thought they were gonna do this shit for an hour. I feel like there's still at least 10 minutes left. Bummer. The roster is trash. I don't know if it's trash, it's just not dope. Man. I thought that was smoke. Fuck. Okay, well, that's whack. I'm not that pleased. It's cool that they had Zug on there. You know, he's legit. He's been playing fighting games. He's really good at CVS2. He's like a Street Fighter player. So it's really nice to know that someone like Zug is on the team. He's also in the combat design department. So he actually gets time with hands-on gameplay. And he is responsible for designing characters as far as gameplay and combat goes. So it's really nice to know that Zug is there, and he's like, oh, there he is. What's up? I was just talking about you, man. We all gave you Harada faces and shit. Nice job doing that combo first try without fucking up, dude. Nice work. Man, you guys are killing me. I thought that was fucking Zug. I thought that when Scorpion was fighting in the airplane, and then the other guy came in, I thought that was smoke, dude. I was about to fucking cry, man. And it turned out that it was Sub-Zero with no blue shit on him. I don't even want to talk about it, man. I thought that was going to be smoke. Anyway, good job, man. That was dope. That was dope. That part was dope. I wish you guys would show more, like, what's up with all the old guys in the beginning talking about shit, man? I don't want to hear about how, mocap works. I want to hear about the dope shit. Anyway, was like, oh shit, whew. Yeah, nice work, man. Dude, I'm not pleased. I gotta be honest with you. I'm not pleased with the smoke. I thought that it was smoke. Bummer. Anyway, Mod Zug, duh. Thanks for reminding me. Boom, Zug, the hero. And they fucked up your Twitter, dude. They only gave you fucking 1G. They only gave you 1G on the Twitter. Internet, everyone who's watching this, go follow Zug. He's a combat design expert and specialist, and he knows how to do combos when it's the time to do combos. Zug, 2 Gs on each Zug. Make it happen. There's lots of content in the game. You guys will love it. I trust you. One G and they didn't fix it. Zug. I can't wait for this game. Damn, bought my PS4 only for MK10. Hey Zug, are we allowed to ask you questions here, or are you gonna get in trouble? Don't ask him questions, Internet, until we get permission. I don't want you to get in trouble. I know that's really like a big no-no, and I heard some guy fucked up and leaked Johnny Cage before he was supposed to be leaked. So don't get yourself in trouble. But, yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Don't even get yourself in trouble. There it is. Nope. No questions allowed. Can't answer shit. You heard him. Nobody needs to get in trouble. That's for damn sure. Especially not, this guy. How tall are you? You can ask him that, I guess. Maybe they don't even let you answer questions like that. I agree. Good job, Zug Zug. Play on, playa. Oh, man, I thought that was Smoke. I keep saying it because I was like, dude, I was like, and then it turned out to be shitty Sub-Zero that's going to be in every fucking Mortal Kombat that nobody cares about. He's like a given. Sub-Zero and Scorpion have been sucking each other's dicks forever. Of course they're both going to be in Mortal Kombat. Damn. Alright, well, Internet. I mean, that wraps it up. It was a little bit shorter than last time. We got to see Johnny Cage's 3 variations. As I said, personally, the one that doesn't look all that... I don't know. It seems like they didn't show enough of it, or at least we don't know a lot about it yet, is the A-list one. It looks like he could cancel a lot of his stuff, and it looks like the properties change if you charge them all the way. But it's at least the strengths of that variation don't seem very clear. The other variations look very clear. Like the one that gives chip damage, obviously that's going to be the rushdown one. Bing bang boom, activate the chip, run in, and you're fucking them up in the corner. Okay, so that one's clear. The other one, which is stunt double, pretty clear, right? I mean, you're going to be able to, just like Noob Saibot, you're going to be able to send up clones, send straight clones, and you have to activate it so it's not infinite. So I'm sure that's how they managed to make it so it's not a turtle fest, right? Like just zoning all day. You have to activate the clones and then send them out. That's cool, but I really hope, and Zug Zug's in here, so he knows the answer, but we can't ask him, but I really hope that the stunt double variation for Johnny Cage does not replace Noob Saibot. Chances are looking pretty good, though, that it will, because of the way they replaced Jade with Kitana's Jade variation. Morning, I think it's called. So those 2 variations look dope, and the strengths of them are pretty obvious, but the third one, the A-list one, I'm not sure where the strength is in that one. It seems kind of peculiar. Anyway, Internet, I think that's going to wrap it up. I mean, there's no more Kombat Cast. That's pretty much all the information we were given. Thanks for joining us in the chat, Zug Zug, and good job doing the combos and shit. A lot better than whoever that guy was last time that blew it. But, cool. The guy on the left side that didn't have eyebrows changed his hat every time. I don't know why he did that. There must be maybe there's like a code, and the Mortal Kombat community will like decode this. Like maybe he revealed a character by changing his hats in a specific order, and you have to carefully, etc. decipher what each hat means or something. I don't know. Either way, I really, really hope that Smoke or Noob or any other types of characters that are more demon or monster or fantasy style characters exist in this game. I hope it's not just going to be a bunch of Jacqueline Briggses and Johnny Cages and Sonya Blades. Damn, they also showed Sonya Blade, but you know what? Maybe Sonya Blade is not even playable. Maybe she's just in the trailer. I mean, in the story mode. You know, same with Kenshi, right? Maybe Kenshi, because they did mention that. They did say that. Like, they're going to be there, they're going to be a part of the story mode, but they're not necessarily going to be playable. So maybe, I don't know. Everyone in the chat and a lot of people online are saying that the roster is already leaked and everyone knows every character that's going to be in the game. I don't like that roster, so I'm going to keep my fingers crossed that that's not true. The roster that's leaked, I don't like it. I don't like that Sonya, Johnny, and Cassie Cage are all in the game as playable characters. I don't like Jacqueline Briggs and all these other archer and humanoid types of characters are in the game all together. A lot of human characters have replaced a lot of fan favorite MK characters. So personally, I'm not going to accept the leaked roster list, and I'm going to stay hopeful for some dope shit. There it is. Nugava just posted it up again. The roster: Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Kitana, Melina, Raiden, Kano, Liu Kang, Aaron Black, Shinnok, Reptile, Cassie, Johnny, Sonya, Jax, Jacqueline Briggs, which is Jax's daughter, Takeda, which is someone else's daughter, Kung Jin, which is another daughter, someone's daughter, Kung Lao's dog's girlfriend's daughter. And then you have Kung Lao, Kenshi, he's also someone's daughter, Kotal Khan, Devora Ferrator, Quan Chi, Goro, Ermac. And they also revealed Jason Voorhees. And as I suspected yesterday, it is Friday the 13th, so that kind of makes sense. Jason Voorhees is going to be a character. Alright. Well, Internet, thank you so kindly for joining me. I really, really appreciate that. When this game comes out, you know I'm going to be spending a shitload of time playing it. In case you don't know, I stream full-time, almost 50 hours a week on average. So if you're interested in seeing more Mortal Kombat when it is released, please make sure you hit the follow button. Thank you everybody for joining me. I really appreciate it. I'm going to go grab something to eat and then likely be back in maybe 30 minutes or 40 minutes. Maybe an hour if I decide to go for a walk. And then I'm going to play something else. So I will be back. I'm just going to take a quick break. Really appreciate everybody joining me. I'm super amped up for Mortal Kombat 10. And I hope the rest of you are, regardless of what kind of a weird switcheroo they pulled with Sub-Zero not wearing any blue and breathing smoke out of his mouth, making me think that he was smoke. That would have been super dope, and I would have had like a 4-day-long boner. But now, you know, whatever. Johnny Cage looks cool though. Anyway, thanks for joining me, Internet. I'll see you guys in a little while, and you know the drill. Take it easy, everybody.